Got an email here from Rick. Dear Mike, the crack staff at NBCNews.com prepared an extremely helpful backgrounder after the El Paso shooting. It lists the top 20 mass shootings in recent U.S. history in descending order of number killed. I was curious and broke down their top 20. He puts that in quotes because it's a hell of a way to put it. He didn't put it that way. That's what NBC News did. I was curious and broke down their top 20 by presidency it occurred in. And here are the results. One mass shooting under LBJ. And he was president for, 5 years, 5.5 years. 3 shootings under Reagan. He was president for 8 years. 1 shooting under George Herbert Walker Bush. He was president for 4 years. 1 shooting under Clinton. He was president for 8 years. 1 shooting under George W. Bush. 6 shootings, mass shootings under Obama in 8 years. And the reason there were 6 under Obama compared to these low numbers was because right about the time Obama was elected president, the white nationalist sick fucks went berserk in this country and started jumping around in the underbrush again with their little camo clothes on and their beer bellies talking about let's go kill people, which they've been doing. However, the winner and always champion where it concerns mass killings during his presidency is Trump. Trump has had 7, although he hasn't even completed 3 years yet. Rick writes, so with the El Paso shooting, Donald Trump passes Obama and has already had more of the top 20 deadliest on his watch than any other president in over 70 years, and he hasn't even completed 3 years yet. I knew it was getting worse under Trump, Rick writes, but this really confirms it. Like your show. Best, Rick. Thanks, Rick. Donald Trump has as the objective of his time in office chaos, destruction, insanity, death. Is there anything, listen up now, in almost 3 years, has there been one piece of legislation, anything, or one executive order, one piece of legislation that this bum has signed, or one executive order that he has tossed into the mix, anything that has benefited the United States, not rich people, the people of the United States, anything? Here's your answer, no. And if you feel a little porky, fuck no, nothing. And that's because he is so sick. He is so mentally unstable. He could no more think about doing something good in the office that he now holds than he could think about hanging himself. It's not in his character to be a decent human being. He is an evil, evil man who is mentally unbalanced. Look at the series of tweets that he sent out after these 2 mass killings. And by the way, both killings were inspired by him. The first one in El Paso is abundantly obvious. The question about Dayton, the police there, as of this afternoon, they still haven't come up with the motivation for this sick fuck to go out and kill another 9 people. But let me tell you something. Trump is responsible for it no matter. Even if the Dayton killer did not have a particular bigotry or fucked mental attitude to work out by killing people, Trump still inspired him. Trump, with his violent rhetoric, his disrespect for human life, lets everybody know that you don't have to have some particular target that you'd like to see, one of his targets that he would like to see you go shoot. You can have your own issues about who you'd love to kill, and Trump will give you permission to do it. And I don't mean individuals, I mean masses amounts of people. Apparently, the shooter in Dayton had a magazine on his weapon that contained 100 rounds, a circular magazine, 100 rounds. He dressed in body armor. He was ready for combat. This is not somebody who just decided, well, I think I'll kill my sister and her boyfriend. This is a man who has been listening to Fox Sewer, the Fox channel, been listening to Trump, been listening to the little Nazi Jew, Stephen Miller, with his violent rhetoric, been listening to Mulvaney, his violent rhetoric, Pompeo, his violent rhetoric. And when the top of the political food chain in your country laughs about murdering people and pushes people to violence, well, if you are the least bit inclined toward acting out your frustrations and your worthless life with a weapon, and you hear the President of the United States and some of his top advisors demonizing people of color, demonizing the former President of the United States, saying shit that only sick individuals like Trump would say, then you use that as your cue. Donald Trump's giving me permission to go fucking murder people. And then you have these websites run by some of the sickest bastards this country has ever produced. 8chan, 4chan, Breitbart, all of these, the so-called dark web that I have no fucking idea what it is, and I don't want to know. That's the stuff where insane people gather. And by insane, I don't mean people that can be fixed, cured, repaired. I don't mean people that need hospitalization or therapy or drugs. I mean people that are so fucking vicious and evil in their heads. There's nothing to cure them. Nothing. And as they are loosed on the American population, more and more and more decent people are going to be gunned down in the fucking street, in a club, a church, a synagogue, a mosque, a theater, a concert, a discount department store. There's no place that's safe anymore. Part of it is because of pig bastards like Mike Pompeo, who was teabag fuck number one at one point. The legislation that they got passed allowing people in the various states to open carry weapons. Now when the police go to the site of another mass shooting that Trump has instigated, inspired, and promoted, when the cops get there, who the fuck are they supposed to arrest, take down, shoot, kill, with all these fucking people in there carrying guns? This is what the teabaggers, this is what the right-wingers have done. Open carry. Open carry is only in instances where the man open carrying feels like his penis is a shriveled little marshmallow. And this is a way, it's a penis extension. That's all it is. Some fucker walks into Target or Walmart or Bloomingdale's, I don't give a shit where it is, carrying a weapon. What does that say? It says, I'm a cowardly little shit. I am a cowardly little shit. And anybody can walk up to me and just slap the fuck out of me, and all I'll do is fall down on my little face and weep and cry until I started carrying my gun. Now fuck with me. Open carry. Cowards open carry. Unless you're in law enforcement or the military. Cowards, chicken shits, whiny little unmen. Bastards. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.